Here we are back again for the next in our sequence, our training on how you can become a bookable speaker. Now, faces sell. Let's just be honest about it, okay? Faces matter. Your face matters. My face matters. If you're trying to do something where somebody's deciding whether to hire you or not, your face matters. And that means headshots. Headshots matter. But before you start worrying and going, I don't know a photographer, those cost hundreds or sometimes thousands of dollars, relax. I got you. So first thing is, yes, you can. And if it's something you're able to do, you should go to a professional photographer, because it's just in our line of work, in our industry, having great headshots is kind of an industry standard thing. But that doesn't have to have them to get started, because the technology on cameras, on cell phones is so good now that you can just get, I'd say 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 headshots just from your phone. And so we're going to go over a few ways to do that and a few things to think about. And of course, there'll be more than just this video that you can draw from. But I wanted to explain to you just a couple of things. So when it comes to lighting for headshots, there are a couple of ways you can go about it. What you see here with me, so it's evening where I am, and I've got one light on this side of me and one light on this side of me. And so it creates a kind of dramatic shadowing effect, which is not good and not bad. And what I mean by that is you don't have to do it and you don't have to not do it. It's a choice. So let's say that your speaking topic is something serious with gravitas. A shot like this with lights on either side and shadows that highlight the details of your face might be a great choice. It might be a great choice for you. The thing is the shot has to capture personality. It has to be clear. It has to show your face in a way that they can see the whole face. You don't want, too much shadow or anything like that. You don't want blurry. That's very important. It's got to be clear and crisp. And, you may not use an iPhone, but even if you don't use an iPhone, the cameras now are so good that there's no reason not to get great headshots. And so I'm going to speak to you about iPhones. iPhones all have a portrait mode now, or something like a portrait mode. And before you get kind of confused about portrait mode, let me just share a strategy with you. The thing about portrait mode is it makes you be a certain distance away from the phone in order to engage portrait mode. That's not a problem. You take the pictures, you set the timer, and again, I'll show you how to do all of this stuff in the training materials that accompany this video. But then you just crop it. You just draw it in and crop it so that it frames, your head and shoulders or whatever it is. But portrait mode will get you almost all the way. It'll certainly get you to the point where you can submit those headshots to speaking engagements without a doubt. You can get fantastic images from an iPhone, a Google phone, whatever, Android. It's not a problem. And so what I want you to think about is just some little tips. So there's something called a squinch, and this is kind of a cool modeling trick where you squinch here, but your eyes don't get smaller. So you don't go like this, you just go like this. And it lends a gravity and a seriousness to your face that people find very attractive. The other thing is smiling, of course. Give us a smile. Try one where you're straight-faced, one where you're smiling. Better yet, try 10 variations of straight-faced and 10 variations of smiling. Another pro tip is to push your chin just a little forward. Now, I will warn you, when you're doing this, it feels very silly. It does. It's something you have to get used to. But it can be the difference between this and this. This looks better. It's subtle, but it looks better than this. You don't want your head to be up too high. You don't want to be able to see up your nose. You're not a punk rocker. Well, maybe you are. I don't know. Maybe you want like a Billy Idol thing. I wouldn't recommend it. So chin just a little bit forward, like so. and it gives your jaw the best definition it's going to get. So a couple of pro tips there. Another nice pro tip is to have your shoulders one high, one low. That's a good look. Turn your torso a little bit. That's a good look. Anyway, the point is, play with the position of your head and your shoulders. Play with the lights a little bit till you find some lighting that really kind of creates mood and gives contrast to your face. And then take several, take plenty, take 20. If you take 20, you're probably going to get 3 or 4 that are really good. And again, in the trainings that's going to accompany this video, we're going to show you things like how to set the timer on your phone, stuff like that. So you've got to get headshots. And if you give yourself an hour in the middle of the day where you've got ambient lighting all around, you play with propping a light up, propping another light up, and just get nice contrasting, good light on your face, and just take some pictures. Here's what I want you to know, though. This is going to make you self-conscious if you're like most humans. You got to do it, and maybe you have a friend help you. Maybe your husband, maybe your wife, maybe your kid, maybe your parent. I don't know. But it's going to make you self-conscious for most people. It just is. But this is one of those things that you're here because you're committed to being a speaker. This is one of those bridges you just have to cross, okay? You got this. You're going to get great shots out of it. I know you are. So just remember everything I've said, follow the training materials that accompany this video, and you're going to come away with shots that will sell you to decision makers. Okay? I know you will. So just get that part done, and let's move you on to the next thing. All right. I'll see you in the next one.